I've just sold David Luiz, and Mustafi's on his way out very soon, and neither of them have had any game time in the Premier League, and we haven't conceded a single goal all season. Now, statistically speaking, I believe this isn't a coincidence. We have literally had 0 defensive mistakes leading to goals since I've gotten rid of either of those players. Coincidence? I think not. Hello guys, and welcome back to the third episode of the Arsenal FM21 beta save, where today we are playing Manchester City, and then surely we'll be wrapping up our transfer window very soon, with hopefully at least 1 or 2 more deals to get done. I'm feeling optimistic that maybe we can pull off one more big deal, but we have pulled off a big one since we last saw each other. But before that, make sure you have liked and subscribed so you don't miss any of the daily Football Manager content coming out on this channel. The support on the series has been insane so far, so can we get 10 likes again on this episode? That would be insane. And also, watch out for a video coming out at 1:30 PM UK time today, where Football Manager will be predicting the season as a whole for the entire world of football. So subscribe so that you don't miss any of that content. And first of all, I'm gonna tease you for a wee bit. We're gonna go over this game against West Brom because I just love this screen. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, looks so good. We came away with the 2-1 win, and I've just spoiled one of our signings. But surprise, surprise, we managed to get Depay across the line, and for £15 million. This man is an absolute bargain. It could rise to 27.5, so only 12.5 more, but still an absolute steal. This man is going to be amazing for us for many seasons to come, and he played pretty well in his debut, getting a goal, and overall the team, a pretty rotated squad, did quite well, and I'm feeling pretty optimistic going into this next game against Manchester City with 3 wins on the trot. So, I mean, realistically, we haven't conceded any goals in the league, as I said before, so I don't see any reason why we should be losing. Apart from that, we have actually made another signing, and it is in the form of Lim Normand, and he was just a bit of a cheap player that I had the opportunity to bring in for $3.75 million, not even 7.5, only 3.7, so absolutely budget there, and he's gone straight out on loan. He's a man that should develop, and even if he doesn't, he's a player I could sell right now for about double what I got him for, so a great bit of business. Apart from that, we have loaned out Willock and sold David Luiz, so some good business going on over here. And without any further ado, we're going to jump into this game against Manchester City. We've not got too much longer until we have the closing of the transfer window, so we do need to get the deals that we want to get done across the line. Nothing on the top of my head. I don't think I have anything in the works right now, but this is the squad that we're going with for a very important game against Manchester City. We've lost against Liverpool, and that was probably our first real challenge of the season, and that was a pretty convincing loss. This is our first real challenge of the Premier League season. I'm hoping that the squad that I've picked today is able to get the job done after an amazing performance in our first 2 games. I'm sure they'll be feeling pretty confident that they'll be able to keep the momentum going, and I've left Leno on the bench. Yeah, that's, it may kind of affect our chances of keeping this clean sheet thing. Ooh, yep, okay. Did that on purpose. He performed so well in that last game. I thought I'd just keep him on. Oh, wow. That's a rookie error. Oh well, Cancelo's coming at us, and don't give away a penalty. We give away a chance, but luckily for us, we do make a block, and they only have a corner after 15 minutes. It looks like they are the dominant force, but I mean, it's only been 15 minutes, so you never really know what's going to happen in a football game. But Pepe is running up forward. He's surely going to look for a shot or a pass or something. He's just dribbling with no aim. He tries to get a ball into the mixer, but unfortunately for him, no one's there. And it does look quite end-to-end at the moment. And by that, I mean, I'm kind of hopeful that it might be end-to-end, because it does look like, statistically, they have a little bit of an edge, with us having only 42% of possession and 1 shot. Therefore, think we might be able to hold on till half time. I think I'm probably going to make a tactical change to maybe move us down to balance depending on what happens in this highlight. Pepe, throw on goal. Oh, didn't quite have the momentum to take him past the defenders, but he plays it into Memphis Depay, and on his debut, he puts it into the back of the net. Okay, I think goalkeepers are kind of broken in this game. I don't think it matters if I have Leno or another goalkeeper in there because they all suck. Depay scores on his Premier League debut. That's his second goal for Arsenal, and that is certainly a good way to introduce yourself to the fans, especially in a game against Manchester City. Alright, we have to guard against complacency here. Definitely not letting this slip here. I wasn't expecting that, to say the least. Pretty bland first half. We're moving down to a balanced mentality. Hopefully we can keep the momentum going and maybe push on and get another one. But as long as we stay defensively solid like we have throughout this first half, I'm sure we might be able to come away with all 3 points. And quite a shock 3 points, if I do say so myself. Fernandinho playing it over. Sterling's in on goal. And, oh, mate, he's got his angles covered. Oh, what a stop! I'm roasting the goalkeepers. I mean, the first one, he did not fill me with confidence as that hit the post, but that was a brilliant stop by him, and he's kept us in the game, and that is a beautiful save, and we might be able to counter-attack here. Memphis Depay on the ball, skips past a player, he might even skip past another, or maybe cut it inside. Pepe plays it back in, can't find anyone. Laporte clears it out, but Xhaka is able to kick it back into the mixer for us. Well, not really the mixer, but, you know, forwards. Kolasinac plays it out to Aubameyang. Aubameyang back to Thomas Partey, who takes a shot but is easily saved by Edison. I think it was going wide anyway, and Pepe's in an offside position. But a great run for us there. A wee push of momentum, counter-attack. You know what I'm trying to say. What is this? Our short passes have connected very well. Mate, I can't see anything there. That is the most useless graph I've seen in my life. It's like, just, I can't think of a good analogy. What's a good analogy? That's like telling me there's 3 really cool bits of sand in the sand pit at the school, you know? That was a terrible analogy. I should have just rolled with it. But I'm not expecting to be in this position right now. And I'm going to make a tactical substitution to try and keep us in the position that we are in. And it's actually only going to be one tactical change, and that's going to be Maitland-Niles coming in for a bit more support for the defenders as we try and hold on to this lead that we have somehow. But they do have one last chance, and honestly, if they come away with goal here, I'll be disappointed, but I won't be absolutely cut up, because it probably will be just in terms of how the game has gone and how both teams have performed. I think it would be fair enough, but it doesn't mean that I want them to score, but they do. Phil Foden was his first goal of the season. I'll tell you what, Leno wasn't stopping that. No goalkeeper was stopping that. That was a beautiful run by him, skipping past a few defenders after a pretty nice pass from Bernardo. Wasn't a pass, was it? He skipped past one defender, not a few. And that's just nestled into the bottom corner. And unfortunately for us, that means we're probably going to be robbed of 3 points. But still, looking likely that we're going to get 1 point on the day unless something happens to really surprise us here. It actually could be us to be the ones to surprise the opposition. Thomas Partey back to Bellerin, and Thomas is in the right area but can't quite get it into the mixer. And actually now they could be spoiling our fun. Foden going for his second shot of the day and almost gets his second goal. Well, you'd hope he wouldn't be scoring from there, but realistically, with the way that goalkeepers have been acting so far in this game, you never know. Aubameyang coming with the last opportunity of the match, and I think with that going out for the throw-in, that is going to be game, set, and match, and I will take a point away from home at Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, I believe it is. Gabriel Jesus coming at us, and that is the full-time whistle. 1-1 draw. I think that is definitely a fair result for us, and I'm pretty chuffed with that. I hope that you're happy with that. I haven't said yet, but make sure if you're enjoying this series to like and subscribe. Just like, I don't know if we hit the goal of 10 likes last episode. If we did, we're going for 10 again. But if not, we're going for 5. We're going to be a bit more modest about it. Expecting a wee dip in views at some point, somewhere along the line. Right now, I've only just uploaded the first one, and I'm actually enjoying the save, so kind of playing a lot of it right now. And I haven't actually had to simulate very much in between, as you may be able to tell. Actually, I haven't gone very far through the save, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to play this game off camera, and this game off camera, and come back for the Wolves game when we do have the completed January transfer window. It's not the January transfer window, is it? It's the summer transfer window, and hopefully we can continue our winning form in the Premier League, even though we just drew the game. You know what I'm trying to say. And because the team's perfect, we didn't need to make any more transfers aside from the sale of Eddie Nketiah, and that's because, of course, we brought in Depay. He's not going to get game time, you know. We need to give this man some experience. He's got some good potential on loan at Everton. I think he will get some time to play some games. I just banged my elbow on my desk, so that's lovely. I hope that actually did get picked up in the recording, because if I have to feel this pain, I want you to have the slight inconvenience of hearing it. So this is the team that we are going with for most of the season. And Depay and Lacazette, that's going to be a good battle. But right now, Depay is winning it by quite a bit. I'm pretty stoked with the team that we have. Let me know down in the comment section below who you would change in the squad and who you would improve. I just don't know what else I can do, to be honest. So transfer window has closed, so there's nothing I can do. Since last time, we have done quite well. We managed to come away with a 3-0 win in the league against West Brom. We will highlight that one, where Depay has scored a goal, Pepe has scored, and Aubameyang has scored, as well as a 2-0 win in the Carabao Cup. So we're now already in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, and that is all the way up into December against Newcastle. So, you know, we don't really care about it, but we're going to try and win it, because it would be nice to get some silverware early on. So we're going to jump straight into our next game, which is against Wolves, who have had an abysmal start to the season. And this is the team that we're actually going to use, giving Willian a crack at Mazzala. I've tried it before off camera, but apparently he's very good at it, and statistically it makes sense. So I'm giving him another shot there. Ozil's injured at the moment, and he's actually turned into a player I'm using quite a bit. Jack Wilshere on the bench, well, actually not on the bench, in the reserves, so he might want to be on the bench, so that's a little, you know, inconsiderate of me, but Ceballos not quite fully match fit, so we're giving Willian a chance in there. Now, I'm feeling pretty confident with the exact same tactic that we've been using, and the exact same tactic that has been doing very well for us so far. Let's jump into it, and I'm sure we'll be able to get yet another win. As long as we don't lose, I'll be happy. Let's all be real here. Against Wolves away from home, it's not the easiest game of all time, but I'm hoping that we can pick up from where we left off last time out and come away with all 3 points. Liverpool, they haven't lost a single game. So my theory that Liverpool are just really good in this game is being proven right. But luckily for us, I think we're pretty good in this game as well, because Willian has just scored very early on in this game. Tierney with the ball into the mixer, Aubameyang with a lot of power on that header, and Pepe just heads it down. And Willian is able to half volley that into the back of the net, past the goalkeeper, and we're 1-0 up after just 1 minute. If we take a look at the league table, we can see Liverpool 15 points out of 5 games. They are on fire at the moment, and I feel a little bit better about us losing 4-1 to them. I think they are just a very good squad, and especially with not all our signings completed just yet, I think it was just unlucky on the day. Just like it's unlucky that we have just conceded, with Tyson managing to score very quickly after they conceded. A good ball in from Semedo after he gets a second bite at the cherry. Finds Tyson very well after a couple of players nearly get to it. And he puts it into the back of the net. And I have to say, I've been roasting the goalkeepers so far in this year, but I think that one, he wasn't really at fault. So Leno, I'll let you away with that one, but next time I want you to be stopping them. It looks like a pretty even affair on the statistical side, but we have another opportunity, and we should be able to create a good chance with Bellerin down the right-hand side, looking to play a ball in. Almost finds Thomas Partey, but I think now it is Wolves' opportunity to break away, and they have a lot of pace to do exactly that, and they have scored. And Leno, I did say I wanted you to do better in that second chance, and he hasn't really done better there. You'd think you'd be able to save that one. A brilliant run from the Wolves, man, you have to admit. But that is within savable reach, and if he has his hand a little bit lower, a little bit quicker, that's a stop, and that's not a goal. And with only 0.23 expected goals, how we're on a 2-1 scoreline right now is beyond me, especially considering our expected goal is only 0.22. Combine those two, that's less than 0.5 goals. And we've had 3 goals in this game. So, yeah, a kind of surprising scoreline to say the least, statistically. But going into the halftime break, we need to focus on actually getting our performance back to the place that we need it to be, back to the places it has been recently. And again, we get shown this map, mate. It's just you're trying to tell me about short passing. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. How do I get rid of that? Okay, it's gone. We have an opportunity. Aubameyang on the ball, plays it into Willian for a second of the game. He's unselfish. Eventually, he plays it to Memphis Depay, who plays it into Pepe, and that is just unselfish play from every single one of our players. He's like, yeah, no, you take the shot. No, you take the shot. You'll get it. No, you take it. See, Aubameyang to Willian. Willian's like, nah, Memphis, you take the shot. Nah, he's like, Pepe, you take the shot. Pepe's like, okay, why not? And then we score. It's just beautiful play. There's a good dressing room atmosphere going on at this club. I can feel it in my bones. I hope that you can feel it back at home as you watch these videos. Xhaka playing it up to Thomas Partey, up to Bellerin, and we could be getting another goal to put us ahead. Bellerin does a great ball over to Aubameyang, but he heads it over the bar, unluckily for us. But it shows that we are really coming back at them in the second half, and there's another opportunity. I thought we were going to pounce on that there, but I think this could be their opportunity as Ruben Neves is on the ball, but Xhaka gets it back straight away. Aubameyang's running up the field, plays it into Willian, who has had a good game, and he proves it by scoring his second of the day. And I didn't think Mazzalas were good in this game, but Willian is starting to prove me wrong, and he is certainly justifying the fact that I took a risk and played him in a new position. Aubameyang picks up an assist, a bit of a Sergio Busquets assist. Didn't really deserve one, but it will go down in the statistics, just like Willian's goal will go down as one of the best goals we have scored in the game, in the episode, and for the entire season, I imagine. Xhaka gets the ball after a nod on from Aubameyang. He gets back, and this could be yet another opportunity for us to get another goal, unless we lose it. Luckily, Xhaka quickly backtracks and recollects the ball. Willian, the man now on a hat-trick, plays it back, and Aubameyang's got to be doing better from that situation. I think it was Xhaka that ended up pulling that ball over. I'm absolutely loving Xhaka in this game, by the way. He is just he puts beautiful balls in every 5 seconds. I guess the fact that he has very high passing would suggest he would be able to do that, and we scored yet again. I think this game is a very high-scoring game. Like, not this game. Like, I know you know that this game between Wolves and Arsenal was a very high scoring game, but I think Football Manager 2021, it seems very high scoring. Every single YouTuber I've watched seems to be having high scoring games as well. I don't think I've seen a 0-0 yet. Apparently this was close to offside, actually, I can see that, but luckily it was just onside. But I think based off the sample sizes we've been given, this is something that I'm not really complaining about, but it does seem a little unrealistic to say the least. So we're going to make our first substitution, completely unrelated to the thing I was just talking about, but moving on, we're going to make a substitution, and Lacazette can have a minute up front, and Depay can come off, even though I think Depay did manage to pick up an assist in this game, so he hasn't actually played badly. Also, Ceballos coming in that midfield region, Partey just picking up a yellow card, so I'm a little concerned about that, but somehow we've scored 3 in the second half to put us back to 4-2 on the scoreline, and we play it back to the goalkeeper, so it may as well be another chance. If you haven't seen my previous saves in Football Manager, every time you pass it back to the goalkeeper, it leads to a goal, and that one hasn't proved that theory. It happened earlier, but not today, unfortunately for me, because he has made me look a bit of an idiot there, and my speaking there definitely helped me look like a bit of an idiot. Ceballos, apparently a wee bit injured, takes a hit on the volley. It looks like the chance isn't actually over yet as we clear it out, and we could be coming back at them for a second bite of the cherry. It was a good chance before. Could we have another good one? No, they're going to have the good one. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper, Leno. He stands his ground. Don't know if he had a lot to do with that. I think that shot just came straight at him, and he kind of just happened to be there, and it was impossible not for him to not save. Would have been a bit of a good dodge if he managed to get out of the way of that one. But luckily for us, he was standing there, and it's still 2-4 to Arsenal on the scoreline. And this highlight is going for a while. This could be a serious chance for them as they do hit the crossbar And with only 5 minutes to go, less than that actually, you'd think we'd be able to come away with all 3 points in this game. And we're going to make one more substitution. It's going to be, yeah, why not? Kolasinac. You can come on, mate. I like you. He's been playing quite well for us, to be fair, especially when Tierney was out. Actually, that's the only time he was playing for us, so there's no especially going on there. But full-time whistle was blown. Let's ignore that comment, and we have managed to win 4-2. However way you want to say it, we've won. That's all that matters. We have done brilliantly to come back and salvage 3 points from that game, and it puts us up into second place, just behind Liverpool. Liverpool playing very well so far. Who have they actually faced though? They have had some easy games to start the season, I will admit. No one really tough, and their first test is coming up against Tottenham, who are down in 17th place. Whew, it's a real divide between the North London clubs right now, but we are happy to be on the top side of that divide. And just before I end this episode, someone commented saying that they wanted to see the development centre, so here you go. This is the overview. This is all the players we have in there. Yeah. If you wanted to see that, there you go. Then here's the players in the under-18s. There you go. We've got a couple of players out on loan, and you can see who they are here, based off average rating. Just quite a couple of people on loan. Actually, there's a ton of people on loan. Wow, okay, that's an insane amount. Didn't realise it was that many. But I think our main prospects I've moved to our first team. So I'd probably say Nketiah, Nelson, Smith-Rowe, Willock's pretty good, Guendouzi as well, Saliba, Normand even is looking pretty good, but the ones that I think really have potential and are actually at a place where we can be using them already are Saka, Maitland-Niles, and I think there's one more who I've got, yeah, Martinelli I think is also a pretty good prospect. So they are all people that I've kept around as rotation options and actually people that could really push into the first team. But at the end of this episode, up in 12th place, Aubameyang's the top goal scorer with Pepe just behind him. We are insane at scoring goals right now, and that's where we're going to end it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are new around here and you have enjoyed that episode. Hope it wasn't too boring for you, because I've just uploaded the video and someone commented I need to be more positive to be less boring. So if that was you, thank you. I actually genuinely appreciate that feedback, and I get what you're saying. I don't want to bore anyone. I want to be exciting and riveting, and I'm definitely trying to put that more into my videos as I go along, just improving. I hope that you see the improvement with each and every single video. So make sure you like this video, don't miss any of the rest of the series. You know what I was trying to say, and I'll see you all later.